We visit Keroka in Kuru, and a date we shall agree on the time for the ascertainment of the boundary in Keroka between Kisii and Nyamira counties. Also present will be experts from the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, the Regional Surveyor Nyanza, and land registrars and county surveyors from both Kisii and Nyamira counties. The second respondent, that's the Honorable Attorney General, will also provide a surveyor from the ministry who's not from either county to show the parties where the boundary is. That does not mean that the two county surveys will be spearheaded by the surveyor that shall be brought by the Honorable Attorney General from a neutral county.
Your Lordship, small correction.
Yes.
The person who spearhead the exercise is supposed to be the regional surveyor. This is a neutral.
I'm not even use the word spearheading,
yes,
but you bring
the two surveyors from two counties to be there.
Yes.
The person to undertake the exercise.
I thought you said you bring a neutral.
The neutral one is the regional surveyor.
With the regional surveyor. Okay. Then it doesn't change the meaning. Also present will be experts from the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning, Regional Surveyor Nyanza, and land registrars. The second respondent will also provide any other expert from the ministry. Each party in the case is also at liberty to bring his or her private surveyor for the exercise. The OCPT, Keroka, to provide security for the exercise. Anything I may have left out? No, IBC is a party. IBC, sorry, shall also assist provide all the necessary documents and shall also participate in the exercise. Anybody else left out? Yes.
With
Mr.
humility, my Lord,
Yes.
IEBC is not a party, Mr. President.
Agreed?
The petition has not been amended.
Agreed?
And for clarification purposes, my Lord, going forward is senior lady admitted in this proceedings as an amicus.
Not an amicus. I've said, let him participate in the exercise, but not as an amicus. Whatever documents he has, because he has some good authorities here, let him bring them. There is not a party in the street. It's not amicus curiae. For IBC, they have all the maps. And since they have all the maps, anybody hata ukijua nyanya yako has expertise here, we want to use all the expertise that we have for this exercise. It's just as simple as that. We are not bound by the rigid rules of procedure. Anybody who will give us some insight is welcome. But I must indicate them here so that it's not a free for all. Are you comfortable, Mr.?
Yeah. My Lord, I'm also seeking a clarification.
Yes.
The land registrar, according to section 24, is about titles of individual land parcels. The matter
Is that what the Act says? Or it just talks about boundary dispute? I apply that section every day. It doesn't talk about individual titles. It's general. Because, tell me, Mr. Morata, tell me, who is the best suited to show us the boundaries there?
the IEBC.
IEBC. What about the surveyors?
My Lord,
No, who keeps those documents?
there's the documents, the custody is with the land, and
represents the land, Ministry of Land and Physical Planning.
It is the land register and so.
That's why we want their participation.
But now, my Lord, as my brother Bonuka indicated, this is a matter pitting two clans, Nyamira and the Kitutu. Bobomea,
Clans.
two clans.
Clans.
Keroka is at the center.
No. You are talking about clans.
There are two clans.
If you talk about clans, then we are going it the wrong way. Because counties don't belong to clans. Counties belong to private Kenyan citizens. So whoever goes there will not be going on behalf of a clan. Only that you respect those clans. But we shall be going there because whoever has brought this suit, this petition, is talking about Keroka and, he's talking about Kisi and Nyamira. He has not mentioned clans anywhere. I have not come across anything like that. That's why I told Mr. Bonuke to sit down. He's a good friend of mine here. But we are not talking about clans here. After we have determined the boundary between the two counties, the clans now can go and do whatever they want. But we want to know, do we have boundaries of clans anywhere in the country, apart from community land, mainly in Masai? Do you have any boundaries that are marked for clans? Which clan do you belong to?
Myself, I belong to Mogeto clan.
Ma?
Mogeto clan.
Mogeto clan. Do you have a piece of land or county or ward that is for Mogeto clan?
But the constitution, my Lord, gives me a setup, family setup that is entrenched in the constitution. So as a family man,
No, I've asked you a specific question. My brother, I've asked you a very specific piece of land set for that clan.
the locality.
The locality.
The locality.
And in that locality, there are also other clans. Let's take for instance Vihiga County, who are the majority ethnic community. The Maragonis. Where are the Tirikis?
The Tirikis are also.
They are also there. And which other sub-tribe? Okay, let's go back to that constitution. For every county, when you are giving jobs, is there some percentage that is set aside for people who are not dominant in that county?
30%.
Thank you. So, in the same matter, we don't want to think about clans, we want to think about counties here. Yes. If one clan happens to fall in one county and not in another, it's just a coincidence. Me personally, I even don't know which clan I belong to, honestly. You get it? Yes. Because I think where we come from, clans are not very, very important. I know here in Masai, clans are quite important. But that should not be a factor when determining a boundary. So what's up? Yes. Now let's hear a feminine voice. You know, these people have always told me, akina Nyamira wanafikia huyu msichana mpaka anatolewa.
Today my lord, it was not me.
No, I do. But even in the past, actually, it has not been me. Yes, Miss
Good.
Moody.
Yes. So I also had a small clarification.
Yes.
Maybe my learned senior is, or rather most of us presume that this section does not apply, or rather only applies to individuals because under section 18 and 19 on boundaries and fixed boundaries, it says, 19.2 says the registrar shall, after giving all persons appearing in the register an opportunity of being heard, cause to be defined by survey the precise position of the boundaries in question, file a plan containing the necessary particulars, and make a note in the register that the boundaries have been fixed, and the plan shall be deemed to accurately define the boundaries of the parcel. So in this case, we are talking about two counties, Kisi County and Nyamira County. So how is it going to be possible that all persons will appear on a register, and all of them will be given a chance to be heard. So maybe that is where we presume that this section applies to individuals and not
that creates the ELC code.
162. Yes.
Can you read the Sabbath 2?
Yes, I can.
Does it not talk about occupation?
Sabbath 2. Parliament shall establish courts with the centers of the High Court to hear and determine issues related to and claims to labor relations. B, which I think is the relevant one for this matter, the environment and the use and occupation of land, title to, and any other non-matters.
Occupation.
Yes.
I also want you to go to the civil procedure rules on commissions. Can the court appoint experts to help in anything?
Yes, that's what I agree, they can do that. But I'm wondering how will the persons, all the persons.
Not all the persons, just the boundary. Just the boundary between the two, because they are. So if the court can appoint, I don't know whether it was on the 17th or something, where the court can appoint some experts to help in that. Because, and if you look at the decisions that have been made on boundaries, many judges have said, I think it's Judge Nyamira who says, that courts are not experts in boundary disputes and issues. But we are better people who have that expertise. And these are the land disputes.
Okay, then Judge, in that case, I think the land Special Act needs to be amended, so that when it's a case like this one, they can say either a person or a representative.
But can we agree on this, Ms. Budi?
Yes.
I don't know where the land registrars are here. The land registrars normally have spreadsheets. And parcel, what do they call it? Parcel, not parcel number, for a particular area. Yes, sheet maps for that one. If somebody came here, the land registrar came with a sheet map, it's able to show this one and the other one. Is that not?
Yes.
Yeah, let's not underestimate their prowess.
Yes, I agree to the Constitution. But then also we have to agree that, you know, then if just the way the court referred to the fact that that property belongs to the people, that the one that belongs to the side of the Kisi people belongs to all Kisi people. And the one that belongs to Nyamira people belongs to all Nyamira people. What if one person...
Don't put words in my mouth. Whatever, it doesn't belong to all the Kisis, whatever is on that side. And then whatever. No, what I say here is, whatever is on the Kisi side, it's the Kisi county that should collect revenue. And you know, we are only talking about revenue here. We are not talking about provision of services. It's only the previous number one time talked about the provision of services. But let's get to the boundary first. And that is why each of the parties has been allowed to come with their own private surveyors. And if you ask the private surveyors here, who are not IBC, they will be able to tell you that with whatever they are able to tell the boundary
and general. So if you want to change from general to fixed, that's what section 19 refers to. The registrar will inform the owners and neighbors about the fixing. And then after the survey, that information is noted in the register. Now, when it comes to fixing a boundary dispute, if it is a general boundary, the land registrar takes lead. If it is a fixed boundary where the boundaries are mathematical, they can be defined, the surveyor takes lead. That's what I wanted to point out. And in this case where we are having an issue, that the two types of boundaries, on one boundary is fixed, then the other section is general. So you are right to
Which one
say,
is
so you are right to say the two of us to be there, the land registrar and the surveyors.
It's good.
Thank you.
So I thought it's nice to bring to attention to the court that we need to define 3 types of boundaries here that we need to focus on. The boundary in contention here is an electoral boundary. We have 3 types of boundaries. The second boundary is the administrative boundary, which is defined by the District and Province Act. And the third boundary is the registration boundary, which now the land registrar uses when there are matters of boundary determination. So this case, the IBC is the authority to the boundary in contention. IBC can only seek the technical support from the Director of Survey to determine this boundary in contention. So if we go by registration boundary, then we are bound to make a mistake.
If we go by?
By registration boundary, we are bound to make a mistake. Because
Who represents the Director of Survey on the ground?
the Director of Survey on the ground is the county surveyor and the regional surveyor.
Yes. So are we right when we say
Yes.
they will come and assist?
Yes, that's right. That one I agree. But what
And that's what we have said. We will not say that they take the previous.
That's okay. So what I'm saying, Your Honor, is that which map are we going to use to determine the boundary? The authority to this boundary should be provided by the IBC. They should provide us an electoral boundary which has been approved. By that I mean published. And by that I mean
Caroline, do we have one that is published?
it went through the process of determining those maps, because they know the process and they have defined it in their report that is published in their website. Very clear. And in terms of the county boundary, yes, they have said that they need to refer the matter to Parliament to give a framework to enable them to determine the matters of county boundaries. But for this case, now that they have jurisdiction on the matter of determining constituency ward boundary, we can go with published ward constituency boundaries to determine this one, if at all they were published and they are approved. So the IBC is supposed to clarify to us.
Yes, Your Honor, they are published.
And published.
Now, what we have published is a Gazette Notice number 14 of 2012 that describes the boundary for Rigoma Ward and Ituni Ward. And that, in effect, after you have described all the wards within Nyamira County and Kisii County, in effect, you have described the boundaries that are by the District and Provinces Act.
Okay, if I may ask you.
We did not publish, sorry, Your Honor, we did not publish the map for the electoral boundaries. We produced it, but the only people who can publish the boundaries after we have demarcated, then it goes back to survey, because then they have to make sure that the boundaries are in accordance to the international boundaries and the county boundary, because then we rely on the Survey Act on that matter.
Let me ask you one issue.
Yes.
We have two words here, Rigoma and Ituni. The entire Keroka town.
Yes.
Does it fall within those two counties, within those two wards?
So what I'm saying, Your Honor.
No. Does it fall within those two wards?
Yes. Yeah, it does. It does fall. But what?
Let's assume this is Keroka town.
Yes.
And the boundary is here.
Yeah.
If we are able to show from that place, point to this other last point, that this is a boundary between Rigoma and Ituni.
Yes.
Haven't we sorted out the problem between the two counties?
You have solved the problem, but I wish to.
Do you want us, because I don't know what the two of you suggest. Are you saying that only IBC should go there without
What I'm saying
because
is,
if you want it to be left out, you have no problem.
Your Honor, what I'm saying is, when going to determine a boundary, to determine that boundary by legal documents. For this case, the electoral boundary can only be determined using an approved electoral map. Who is the custodian of these maps? The IBC is the custodian, should be the custodian. However, the director of service does the technical bit. They seek the director of service to give them support.
Can we agree on a date?
Yes. So they wanted to be given a date earlier, they can go on the ground, so that by the time the parties are going to the ground, they're only going to be shown what they are fixed. Rather than to go the same day, makes us too long, according to what they're saying. All the documentation and the.
Who has said that?
I got the information from the regional surveyor, who requested that they can go earlier with the demarcation. Actually, they are only going to identify.
I have security concerns.
Yes.
Because this would cause some anxiety.
That's why we wanted to pray for an order for security for them to proceed on the site. Then now the rest of us can go and be told how it is. So that
But the IBC be there.
yes, of course.
That makes
For us, we want all the parties to be there. We don't want it to be.
I concur with my colleague. We could have that arrangement where we can provide the security, including my expert and my IBC. Then we can have a day where the court will now, together with all the interested parties, can visit to confirm.
When would you?
Clearly that we are getting.
Are you imagining Mr.
Dennis Ochoa.
Dennis
Ochoa.
Ochoa?
Yes.
Are you imagining that you are going to have differences with IBC on the ground?
Not I'm imagining that we want to make it clear for both that the map we are using is not a registration problem map, it's not an administrative problem map. We are using a electoral boundary map.
Are you not enlightened enough when shown the map to know whether this is the correct map we should be using?
That's okay, I'm enlightened. I wanted
Because if you go there and you differ, you will come back to court and say we are given the wrong map, isn't it? But I don't see why council should bring you the wrong map.
so we expect to get a map from IBC Caro.
Or you would want to be given in advance.
Sure, yeah. We need to be served in advance.
Then you didn't have to use the wrong
So we get that boundary map from
Yes,
IBC.
Yes, my lord, if we may also bring him up to speed, I think last time he was not in court. The IBC and the surveyors and the land registrars, when they produce their documents, they agreed, the maps agreed.
They were even shown here.
Yes, the maps agreed. And for clarity, the petition has defined the map as it defined in the Provinces and District Act 1992, which also agrees with what IBC and the surveyors and the registrars are producing in this court. So I don't know which this other map the surveyor is talking about, but I think all of us were in agreement between IBC, the surveyors, and how the petition has defined the boundary, as it is defined in the Provinces and District Act 1992.
So, Your Honor, maybe if I can object on what he has raised, the issue of the former District and Province Act on administrative boundary will not be applicable in this case. These are not, this is not a document that is authority to the electoral boundary that we are talking about. The authority, as I repeat again, is an electoral map that will be produced by IBC, and we are requesting Your Honor that you request IBC to serve us in advance the electoral map for that section that has to be approved and approved.